Yankees fans! Today we're diving deep into everything brewing around the Bronx as the trade deadline looms closer. The buzz is intense, and the air is thick with anticipation about what the Yankees front office might be cooking up. Behind the scenes, with the season heating up and the playoff race tightening, it's clear that the Yankees are not just spectators this year. They're ready to make some big moves that could redefine their pitching staff and push them into serious contention. Now, pitching has always been the heartbeat of any championship run, and for the Yankees, the rotation has been an area that demands attention. You can have all the bats in the world, but if the pitching isn't there to back it up, those dreams can slip through your fingers. Enter some of the most intriguing arms linked to the Yankees in the latest reports. Names that bring a blend of proven talent, potential upside, and experience under pressure. Among these names, Sandy Alcantara stands out with a resume that demands respect. This guy is no stranger to the spotlight. He took home the Cy Young Award in the National League back in 2022. And even if this season hasn't been his strongest statistically, the flashes of brilliance he's shown lately remind everyone why he earned that honor. What makes Alcantara so fascinating isn't just his past accolades, but the timing of his resurgence. In his last few starts, he's looked like a man determined to reclaim his place among the league's elite. 7 innings here, 5 innings there, a handful of hits allowed, hardly any runs, 0 walks, and a consistent string of strikeouts that signal he's finding his groove. This kind of pitcher is exactly what the Yankees crave, someone who can not only eat innings, but also shut down opposing lineups when it matters most. Plus, with his contract locked in through 2026 and a team option for 2027, bringing Alcantara into the fold means adding a potential cornerstone to the rotation for multiple seasons. That kind of security is invaluable for a team always in win-now mode, but smart enough to build for sustained success. The Miami Marlins, Alcantara's current team, have leaned heavily on him as their ace, so it's no surprise that any trade talks around him are layered with complexity. The price will be steep, undoubtedly. But from the Yankees' perspective, investing in a pitcher who has already demonstrated the ability to dominate on the biggest stages could be the catalyst they need. The Bronx has seen this story before. A pitcher arrives, refines his craft with the help of the coaching staff, and suddenly becomes the key to a deep postseason run. Matt Blake, the Yankees pitching coach, has shown a knack for developing arms and bringing out the best in pitchers. If anyone can help Alcantara get back to his Cy Young form, it's him. On the other side of the spectrum, there's Zach Gallen, a name that's been bouncing around the rumor mills alongside Alcantara. Gallen's season numbers might not jump off the page, his era is a bit inflated, and his win-loss record doesn't tell the story of his true potential. But when you peel back the layers, you see a pitcher who has already proven he can perform at the highest level. Last season, Gallen played a pivotal role in the Arizona Diamondbacks' run to the National League pennant and their memorable trip to the World Series. That postseason experience is golden, especially for a Yankees team that values players who know what it takes to perform under playoff pressure. Gallen is definitely more of a rental in this equation. Unlike Alcantara, who could be a long-term piece, Gallen represents a potential short-term boost. The Yankees will have to weigh how he fits into their bigger picture because, while adding playoff season talent is tempting, they also want to maintain a balance between immediate impact and future sustainability. At just 29 years old, Gallen is still in his prime physically, but this season has been a bit of a roller coaster. The strikeouts are there. He's not shy about getting hitters swinging and missing, but command and consistency have been challenges. Still, a fresh start with a new team, coupled with the development expertise of the Yankees coaching staff, could unlock the upside everyone hopes to see. Then there's Madison Kelly, another arm drawing attention, and he brings a different kind of appeal. Compared to Alcantara and Gallen, Kelly might not have the same star power or track record of dominance, but his numbers this season suggest a level of steadiness that the Yankees might value highly. At 36 years old, he's a veteran presence with solid stats, a respectable win-loss record, a sub-3.5 ERA, and an ability to keep hitters off balance without relying on overpowering velocity. He doesn't blow people away with strikeouts, but his control and craftiness make him an effective pitcher, the kind who grinds through lineups and forces opponents to earn every base. That veteran savvy Kelly brings could be a perfect complement to the younger arms on the staff, like Jarrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, and Luis Severino when he returns. The Yankees' rotation is a blend of power, finesse, and experience, And adding someone like Kelly could provide a stabilizing force in the back end. Plus, he's shown an impressive ability to limit damage, his low walk rates and career best stats in several categories this year make him a surprisingly efficient option. The way hitters chase his pitches speaks to his ability to keep them guessing, an intangible quality that's often underrated but crucial in tight games. Speaking of Severino, his rehab progress is one of the brightest spots for Yankees fans. Right now, his last outing in the minors was electric, over 4 innings. He gave up just a single earned run, allowed only a handful of hits, and struck out 7 batters. A clear sign he's ready to reclaim his spot in the rotation. This is huge because Severino has been one of the most effective arms when healthy. His Rookie of the Year campaign still echoes in fans' memories, and his blend of velocity, movement, and competitive fire makes him a potential game changer. For the stretch run, when you look at the overall picture, the Yankees' rotation could be a force to be reckoned with. Max Scherzer, Carlos Rodon, Luis Severino, and whoever they decide to bring in through a trade or internal development, maybe Kelly, maybe Gallen, or the big prize Alcantara, all contribute to a deep and versatile staff. Depth is critical at this stage of the season, especially when every start counts. And the Yankees know that pitching wins championships. The goal is to create a rotation that can consistently keep opponents off the scoreboard, give the offense a chance to score, and ultimately carry the team deep into October. With the trade deadline approaching, every decision, every whisper of a deal, and every performance on the mound is magnified. Yankees fans should be prepared for some exciting news. Maybe even a blockbuster move that could tilt the balance in the Bronx's favor. The front office is clearly hunting for an edge, and pitching appears to be the focal point. It's a calculated gamble, but one that makes perfect sense given how the team is positioned. So keep your eyes peeled, because whether it's Sandy Alcantara rediscovering his Cy Young form, Zach Gallen bringing championship experience, Madison Kelly providing veteran consistency, or Luis Severino making his triumphant return, the Yankees are gearing up to unleash a rotation that could be their secret weapon. This team is built to compete now, but also to build something lasting, and the pitching staff reflects that vision. It's all coming together at the right moment, and you can bet that the next few weeks will be filled with intense action, high stakes, and plenty of drama as the Bronx Bombers aim to make their mark. With everything that's been swirling around the Yankees and their pitching possibilities, there's a real sense that this trade deadline could end up being one of the most defining moments of the season. The way the front office is scouting, studying matchups, analyzing tendencies, and staying aggressive on the phones, it's all pushing toward one goal, finding that missing link. And that link, more and more, is looking like a high-caliber arm that can walk into Yankee Stadium and immediately change the tone of the clubhouse. That's not just about statistics or era, that's about mentality. About bringing in someone who elevates the standard across the rotation. And if we're really being honest, what the Yankees are doing right now is positioning themselves, not just for the rest of this season, but for multiple postseason campaigns. That's where a player like Sandy Alcantara becomes such a fascinating case study. You're not just trading for what he might give you in September and October. You're trading for a presence, a leader, a tone setter who's under control through 2026 with the option of 2027. That's for playoff runs, for chances to send him to the mound in Game 1 of a division series, or Game 7 of a pennant chase. And the idea of him working side by side with Matt Blake under the lights of the Bronx, with that fan base roaring, it's a story that practically writes itself. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Rumors are swirling in Major League Baseball circles as speculation intensifies around the future of Giancarlo Stanton, the once powerhouse slugger for the New York Yankees. After years of being one of the most formidable hitters in the American League, whispers are emerging that Stanton's era with the Yankees may be drawing to a close. Sources close to the team hint at growing dissatisfaction, not necessarily with his performance alone, but with the fit and long-term strategy of the Yankees roster. Rumors suggest a blockbuster trade could be imminent, with the Seattle Mariners emerging as a leading candidate for acquiring the veteran outfielder. The Mariners, who have been steadily building a competitive team, seem eager to add a player with Stanton's experience and power, potentially shaking up the balance of power in the American League West. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders suggest that the talks between the two franchises have heated up over the past few weeks. with players and management alike preparing for a seismic shift. Fans on both sides of the trade are abuzz with speculation, pondering what Stanton's departure might mean for the Yankees lineup, and how his arrival could impact the Mariners' playoff aspiration. The baseball world watches closely as the saga unfolds, aware that a major trade involving Stanton could redefine team dynamics across the league in the coming season. Amid the growing rumors of Giancarlo Stanton's potential departure from the Yankees, speculation is mounting about the strategic implications for both teams involved. For the New York Yankees, trading Stanton could signify a pivot toward youth and flexibility, signaling the end of an era dominated by heavy hitters in the middle of their lineup. Stanton, known for his prodigious power and clutch hitting, has been a cornerstone of the Yankees' offense, but questions linger about his durability and fit within a team increasingly focused on speed, defense, and versatility. On the flip side, the Seattle Mariners are rumored to be aggressively pursuing Stanton in hopes that his veteran presence and raw power will help push the team over the edge in a competitive division. Sources close to the Mariners suggest the organization believes Stanton could thrive in their ballpark and lineup, adding a feared bat that would complement their emerging young talent. Additionally, whispers indicate that the Mariners are prepared to offer a compelling package of prospects and players to the Yankees, making the trade a genuine possibility rather than mere speculation. Should the deal materialize, it could mark a significant turning point in the Mariners' rebuild and reshape the competitive landscape of Major League Baseball in unexpected ways. Adding fuel to the fire of this brewing trade rumor, insiders have revealed that talks between the Yankees and Mariners have entered a critical phase, with both sides reportedly motivated to finalize a deal before the upcoming trade deadline. The Yankees, who have been juggling salary constraints and roster flexibility, appear increasingly open to the idea of moving Stanton to create space for emerging talent and free agents. Meanwhile, Seattle's front office is said to be aggressively pushing for the acquisition of a marquee player who can provide immediate offensive impact and veteran leadership in their clubhouse. Although no official statements have been made by either team, credible sources indicate that the Mariners see Stanton as a key piece to accelerate their push for postseason contention. Observers note that while Stanton has battled injuries over recent seasons, his proven ability to change games with one swing makes him an enticing target for a team on the cusp of greatness. The juxtaposition of the Yankees' possible rebuilding phase and the Mariners' competitive urgency creates a perfect storm for a trade that would capture headlines across the baseball world. Fans and analysts alike are speculating on the potential ramifications, from Stanton's contract implications to how this move might affect the power balance in both leagues. In the midst of this swirling trade rumor, fans and commentators are debating what a move to Seattle would mean for Giancarlo Stanton personally and professionally. For a player who has spent the majority of his career under the intense spotlight of New York media and fan expectations, a change of scenery could provide a fresh start and renewed motivation. The Mariners' supportive environment and emerging core of young stars might offer Stanton the ideal platform to regain his peak form and contribute at an elite level. Meanwhile, questions are being raised about how Stanton's presence might alter the Mariners' offensive strategy, which has traditionally emphasized contact hitting and speed over raw power. Experts suggest that integrating Stanton's power hitting approach could open up new possibilities in the Mariners' lineup construction, potentially creating more opportunities for all hitters involved. However, the transition may not be without challenges, as Stanton would need to adjust to a new league dynamic, different pitching styles, and the unique pressures of joining a team with high playoff ambitions. Despite these uncertainties, the buzz surrounding Stanton's potential trade to the Mariners continues to grow, fueling speculation about how this move might revitalize his career and influence the future trajectory of both franchises. As the baseball world holds its breath, the possibility of Giancarlo Stanton's trade from the Yankees to the Mariners seems to be gaining serious traction, with insiders suggesting that a deal could be finalized in the coming days. The magnitude of such a move extends beyond just player transactions, symbolizing a broader shift in the Yankees' approach and the Mariners' aspiration. Analysts are speculating on how Stanton's departure might signal the end of a chapter defined by marquee free agent signings and highlight the beginning of a more youth-driven and balanced roster strategy in New York. Conversely, Seattle's acquisition of a player of Stanton's caliber could serve as a statement of intent, demonstrating their commitment to building a contender capable of challenging perennial powerhouses. Fans from both teams are anxiously awaiting confirmation, with social media buzzing with hypothetical lineups and playoff scenarios. The trade, if completed, would underscore the fluid nature of baseball rosters in the modern era, where strategic timing and opportunity can quickly alter a player's destiny. Until official announcements are made, the rumors will continue to circulate. But one thing remains clear: the potential Stanton trade is poised to be one of the most talked about moves of the season, reshaping narratives and energizing baseball discussions across the country. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.